So you did say, you know, 2 years in the red, obviously. So it's the first couple of years. Um, what kept you going? And clearly, when you're there innovating solutions, given there's no real solution out there, you got to create your own. So clearly, more cash out of your pocket probably doesn't help getting to black. What's the driving force for you? Because I figure you didn't have a lot of support back then either. They're probably a very small industry, certainly being in Tassie as well. What was can you share some of your thinking back then, and who was sort of guiding you through this stuff, if you had anyone?
So I've got a few good. So I love my dad, and my dad really loves me, and all he ever wanted to do was help me. But he always wanted to help me within his realm of what made sense to him. So every day, or like every week, because I was out in the shed on the family farm as an adult as well. He'd come home and be like, "Oh, I've found a job for you operating excavators. You know, I can get you a real job if you want to go out and make some money." And I was like, "No, this is my destiny. You know, this is what I'm doing." And everyone around me wanted to help me by helping me do a job, you know, but I didn't. That's not what I wanted to do. So a big inspiration for me that really drove me through and has supported me all the way and showed me the light of what you can achieve is my older brother. So he's got a construction company, and he just launched an architectural company, and they just won residential. He just won residential builder of the year last week. Best house over $1 million, best all. They're just doing great stuff. You know, they're just really good people and doing.
Let's not plug him too much. We'll get him as a sponsor next year, mate. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, get him on. That'll be the way. But the more we plug him, the more likely he'll be to do it.
So. True. Keep going.
Yeah. But you know, he's just a really, really smart, good person. And I remember another thing, like being in the mines, you know, looking at him, even when I was traveling, like looking at what he was doing and what he was building, I was like, man, that's really cool. And it's just very wholesome and doing what he loved. I remember it's like I was 4 or 5 and he was 8, and he said, "I want to be a builder and I want to help people with that." And now he's 35 and he's doing it. So, and he's always been there for business advice, for like a support through different hurdles. You know, he's really black and white. I'll come in and be like, the world's ending. I'm never going to be able to do this. And he goes, "Why not?" And we're like, fair call.
Yeah.
Fair call. So
solid advice.
Solid advice, you know, like so having that mentor, Mahmood from Global Drone Solutions, he supported me right from the beginning. I flew over to WA to do my drone license. So he was kind of pretty blown away that he'd made a business, and he'd only been training for like a year, and someone had flown from the other side of the country to do the training there, because there was nowhere to do it in Tassie at the time. So having good mentors, Luke, even my family, my parents, my nan, who you probably met at the drone summit.
Yep.
She's a hero of mine. So, you know, I'll go to Nan and I'll give her all these like technical things, and she'll be like, "Have you tried that?" She's done it like at every stage, like even building drones. "Have you tried that?" I'm like, "You know what? That might actually work. Good one, then." So, and she was a dairy farmer her whole life, and she's still giving good support and advice. And she's at every event, and the whole family's at every event. So yeah, I was trying to help me within their realm of help and what they knew at the time. But yeah, having them there, they did believe in me. I think they believed in me to move to Germany when I was 18, and I couldn't even cook anything or pay rent, or had no skills. So they've always been there for me.
That's great.
Awesome. Was there a bit of an element of not wanting to go back to what you were doing before the drone stuff that sort of motivated you to? It's like more of it's not the life you wanted to live, as a motivation as well. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, it was just never. Got good friends that I'm still in touch with from the industry, and I learned a lot. I learned how to work really ridiculously hard, and push out big swings. Like I did a 7-week swing once. I had 2 days off doing 12-hour days in 7 weeks. So I learned a lot of good lessons from it. But that was definitely a huge motivator for me. It crushed my soul.
Mm.
You know, when I started working up there, I had hair down to my bum. I went in wearing some Tooheys Extra Dry green sunnies and a flower shirt. And there's all these like 60 guys all with big beards and worn from decades in the mines.
Sounds like you're describing Ty.
Yeah, nothing like you, Ty. Nothing like you.
Except I'm not worn from years of the mines. I'm just worn from years of carrying a camera around. So that's,
yeah, so that definitely a motivator looking back, and then not giving yourself any exit, any other option. I think you have to. It's what's that? It's like if you only dedicate yourself 99% to something, it's way harder than just going 100%, because you always have that niggling something in the back of your mind being like, oh, maybe we should try that. You know, I just gave myself no outs, no
backup plan,
no backup plan, which I probably wouldn't have. I don't advise when I'm giving business advice. You know, if guys are saying, I'm going to stay in my full-time job and I'm going to use that revenue to start the business, I'm like, oh, well, that's a good idea. I reckon it'd be less stressful. But I think there's a lot you can gain when you can put 100% your entire fibre into something.